It's time once again for the Kennett Indian Coaches Show as we visit with Kennett Indian head baseball coach Aaron New after the nice victory over the Paragould Rams 9-3. And Coach, your team, after suffering 5 losses that were every one of those ball games were winnable. You got the nice win on the road at Portageville, knocking off a good Portageville team, and boy, your team just had trouble either making an out when they need to record an out or getting a big hit when you had runners in scoring position. But the win over Scott City, it had to be one of the it had to make you feel good and the players feel good and give you a lot of confidence, and it carried over on this Thursday win over Paragould.
Yeah, the five game losing streak there, I think we were in every one of those games, and it was kind of like what we talked about last week. It's just the big moment, the time to win part of the game that we've kind of struggled with our young guys, and that's been the focus of the coaches' talks with the players during this time frame. And then yesterday, still had some chances to drive in some runs and didn't get it done, but then found a way to win that game instead of losing against a very good Scott City team. So played well today. I thought it was one of our better all-around played games today. So it's that time of year. I told the sophomores the other day, you're not sophomores anymore, you're a junior now. You've had enough experience, so maybe we're going to grow up a little bit and we'll start being better in those moments.
Well, you got the advantage because these sophomores have played all year. A lot of times a sophomore may be getting a game, and then in 3 or 4 more games they'll come in for an inning or two. But these sophomores have been going all the way, and I see it. Of course, out in the field, they're looking more confident, and even at the plate. But I see it so much from these sophomore pitchers in the last 2 days. They've really stepped up and did a great job for you.
They have done a tremendous job all year long. We had a great pitching performance today. D'Artagnan pitched well today into the 6th inning. Had a little hiccup in the 6th, but other than that, he threw great. Didn't give up a hit until the 6th, I don't think. Hayden Wilson did a tremendous job against a very good team yesterday. So they're really coming on. Our pitching staff has been good all year long. Now if we can catch it behind them and come up with some key hits, maybe we're in the right direction here at the end.
You mentioned the starters going 5 innings, and their pitch count was low enough that actually, Hayden's going to be able to come back and work some in the SEMO Conference Tournament if you need him.
Yep.
And, Dart today really doing a good job in going 5 innings, but none of that really matters unless the guys that come in and finish out the ball games do their job. And yesterday you had Cade Anderson pitch a couple of innings, and it was shut down for Cade. Then I saw you take Hayden Gilmore out while he was on the base pass, and I said, okay, I know who's coming in to pitch the 7th. I said the 9th because I'm thinking, 9th inning, we're going to close it out. But Hayden came in and just really impressive against Scott City. The fastball was really popping. That may have been the best his fastballs looked all year.
Yeah, I liked his composure where he came in, had a rough start against Notre Dame, got a little rattled, a little frustrated with himself, and then came in yesterday against a very good team and looked like he was in total control, looked like an ace that he is out there. So get him going in the right direction, keep pitching their sophomores, keep pitching the way they've been throwing, and then I want to say this: our seniors have kind of held this thing together with their leadership. I told them when we had our after the game meeting a while ago, they've done a good job of not getting frustrated when our youth was showing. Kept playing. Our dugout is one dugout. It's not cliques of teammates. Everybody's pulling for each other, and I like the way, this is going to sound funny, but I like the way we got on and off the field today. Everybody had picked up. Everybody in the dugout did their job. It just looked like a winning ball club today.
And we mentioned with Lance Penn setting in with me, and of course he had been on your coaching staff before, the little things that you start to notice. I noticed a pickoff throw to first and Cash Franklin backing up the throw back to the pitcher.
Yep.
Those are the little things you guys work on all the time, but if you don't do them in a game, they can really make a difference. But another thing is scoring runs.
Yep.
And you've got guys hitting the ball. Caleb Duncan is red hot.
Yes.
Hayden Gilmore is still stroking the ball. It's great to see Caleb really jump into things here late in the season. Cash is not where he was earlier in the season, but a hit or two, he's going to be right back where he was. But then you're getting production from other players. What I noticed, I was out here to do one of the softball games, and you guys, there were some of your seniors out here working on their own. Mm-hmm. They had the pitching machine.
Yep.
And it was Jackson Patterson, Hayden Gilmore, Caleb Duncan. And these guys are all three hitting good, but that's what it takes. These guys put in the work, and it pays off.
They're hungry. Those seniors are hungry. Sometimes your senior class is usually either good or bad. They're either ready to get it over with, or they're ready to try to win and keep playing. And right now, our senior class is attitude-wise is right where it needs to be. So,
and I didn't want to leave Owen out. He was probably out here too. But with me setting up for the softball, I just take a glance, and Caleb or Hayden said hi to me. But, these seniors are setting an example, though, for these sophomores. Yeah. And you got one junior on the ball club, but, when they say, well, how are you supposed to do it? Well, you do it like these guys did.
It makes it easy when you're getting leadership from your seniors, and it's good to see Caleb really starting to swing the bat. Me and Coach Allen were talking, Bodie Ellis in 21 was hitting about 250 around the conference tournament. He ended up hitting about 320. So we're kind of hoping Caleb kind of turns in that role and really gets hot right here at the end. And I really like our lineup. Cash had a huge hit yesterday. We've been having all kinds of problems with getting a hit. Runner at third, less than 2 outs, and he came up with a huge hit there.
And Zane Franklin came through with a big hit in that ball game.
Big hit. Yes. He's starting to show a little bit signs of life at the plate, getting better defensively. I don't really want to move Caleb from behind the plate, but he's really shored us up, and I thought KP has done a good job coming in and handling the load behind the plate a little bit. He still got some things he's got to work on. He's a young sophomore, but I think that's made us better as a team so far. So I like the things that we're doing, and the players are reacting well to them. Moving positions, Caleb's a 4-year starter for us behind the plate, and all of a sudden now he's one of the best left fielders we've had in a while. So I'm extremely proud of him. We're going to keep working hard and just see what happens.
Well, I think his dad may have caught the home run out there today.
Yeah, the home run he hit yesterday, you don't see many balls to dead center field in this park get up into that net. So.
That was a big blow. But let's keep these guys hot tomorrow, Poplar Bluff, and I'm not going to ask any questions about how you're going to go into that one. But tell you what, you got to feel good about your team. And looking at the SEMO Conference, anybody can win that thing this year.
Yeah, it's balanced up and down as it's ever been. We feel pretty good, but it's still the SEMO Conference. You're going to have to show up and play, but we feel good about where we're headed right now.
Coach, good luck, and we'll see you at Poplar Bluff tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Perry.
Coach Aaron New on the Kennett Indian Coaches Show.